It was actually my dad's idea. Where I went to the airport, it was like kind of like the shock. And I feel like if a person was raised right.
Welcome back to Hamra, the podcast focusing on reclaiming Arab narratives one story at a time. I'm your host, Nora, and today we're sitting down with someone whose story goes far beyond content. It's about identity, culture, and what it really means to grow up between worlds. She's known as First Bite, but today we're getting to know Cynthia. She started First Bite while living in Saudi Arabia, and in my opinion, she has one of the most elegant, feminine Arab voices online. She's Syrian born into one culture, raised in another, and made her way into the US in 2023. And what's even more powerful, she's only 20 years old and has built a community with over 40,000 followers in just 2 years. She carries herself with a presence and depth that feels far beyond her years. Join me in welcoming Cynthia. All right, so welcome, Cynthia. How are you, Habibti?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Alhamdulillah. I'm so happy you're here, and I'm excited to get to know your story.
Me too. I'm so excited to share all about it.
Yes, so this podcast is really laid back. It's very chill. There's no judgment here. You're in a safe space. It's more to getting to know you, your story. Obviously, you're Syrian, but you were born in Saudi Arabia, which is a completely like different culture.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm interested in getting to know more about that, and eventually, what led you to start First Bite? What led you to come to the United States? And then we'll pretty much take it from there.
Okay. Awesome.
So tell us how it all started from the very beginning in Saudi Arabia.
Okay, so I was born in Saudi Arabia, specifically in Jeddah. I've lived all my life there. I used to visit Syria, of course, during the summer to visit my family.
Okay. And where in Syria, by the way?
In Damascus, the capital city.
لا قولي لي بالعربي بقى قولي لي بالعربي.
بالشام.
بالشام. I love it. So cute and elegant. I love this.
Yeah.
Okay, so now obviously as a Syrian Christian woman, you're born in Saudi Arabia. What is that experience like? I mean, you're being raised I guess when you think about Islam, right? It's a very kind of very culture, very strict or stricter than Syria when it comes to tradition and, religious roles. So what was that experience like for you growing up?
Honestly, I didn't feel much of like a difference between
interesting.
like
Okay.
my friends. Of course, there's a very small population of Christianity in Saudi Arabia, but I didn't feel like it affected me. It didn't affect like my upbringing.
Right.
It actually made me into a very like accepting the diversity more.
I love that. Okay.
Which is, I feel like it's a positive thing. It's not a negative thing. Of course, I have all my friends, all my family. We never really we didn't like distinct people based on like their religion,
Right.
I got to know the person more as a person. I didn't focus on like from where you are or what religion you are.
Right. And I love that. And no, one of the things also, and I was born in Syria, and I also my parents brought me here when I was young, but they would always bring me back to Syria. We'd spend 1 year there, 1 year here, and we went to school, and there were Christian Syrians, there were Jewish Syrians, and we never felt that like, oh, this is a Jewish Syrian or this is a Christian Syrian. It was all adi, we were all together, and we all had fun.
Yeah.
So this whole, then there's a misconception, by the way, because let's say Christians here might look at the Middle East, especially at Saudi Arabia, they may say, oh my God, they won't tolerate Christians over there. They may try to harm them.
No, not at all. Not at all, actually. I never felt like I was in a harmful place. I actually felt like I got both of the best of the both worlds.
I love that.
Yeah, like I got to know the diversity and the culture of Saudi Arabia, which is, of course, it's rooted in me.
Yeah.
And as well as my Syrian traditions, my Christian traditions in the home, like it didn't affect. I actually took the best of both things.
I love that.
And that's instilled in me.
That's amazing. Mashallah alayki. Now, how many siblings do you have?
I have one younger sister.
So just the two of you?
Yes.
Mashallah. Okay. And she's now here or she's...
She's still finishing up her high school in Saudi Arabia with my mom and dad. Yeah.
I know recently I got to... She sounds like you actually because she recently posted a picture. She took over your Instagram, right? And I was like, oh, who's this girl?
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm her sister. I love that.
Yeah.
That's so sweet. Yeah. Now, does she have plans to come here?
Hopefully.
We should give her a shout out. You want to shout out your sister?
Of course. My sister. Hi, Sila.
Hi, Habibti. Inshallah, once you come here, we'll have you on too.
Yeah, why not? We should.
So I love that you had a positive experience, obviously, going through school with your friends and everything. Now you're in high school, you have this project to do, and then you go to Instagram and you create this account and tell us, what happens from there.
So in my school, I was in an American school. It was like an American international school. So it's basically my first language was actually English. It wasn't Arabic, which is kind of, I know, very weird. But because of my school, we focused more like on English. Like all the subjects were in English. So when we graduate grade 12, we need to create like a graduation project. It's like the university style. Yeah. Okay. So I was thinking, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? I love food. I'm such a foodie. I like to try new things.
Your physique is amazing. Being a foodie.
But I like to try new things all the time. I never say no to anything. Okay. I like to try everything. And I was thinking about it. I love cooking as well.
MashaAllah, okay.
So I got the idea to create the account First Bite, which I created in 2023.
That's amazing. Yeah. Okay.
I created it. I didn't like show my voice. I didn't show myself. It was just like pictures of food, trying new places and like spotlighting like the new restaurants in Jeddah. And I used to do a couple of recipes. And then I got like the push from my father actually to like show my face, do like a full review.
I love that.
And this is how it started. And then I came here.
And then what led to that transition from like leaving Saudi Arabia to growing up now, or at least being here? Because you got here in 2023, so it's very fresh for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
After I graduated, immediately I came here to continue my studies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why you're getting your
bachelor's
degree right now. Okay,
yes,
awesome. I love that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm graduating soon.
Yay.
Next fall.
Okay, and is your family going to come here for your graduation? Or?
Hopefully. We'll see how things work out.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, so I came here and I was like, I can't stop, you know. I didn't feel like I wanted to stop the account because I actually grew into loving it. Like I didn't want anything out of it. Like I never even thought like I'm going to come here one day and talk about the Instagram account, you know.
Right, of course. You thought it was done.
And no, I didn't like have a future for it when I first started it. But then when I grew to love it more, I was like, yeah, I think this is like what's meant for me.
I love that.
Because I loved it so much. I was like, I need to work harder. I need to like accomplish something out of it.
Right. And make a career out of it, essentially. Yes.
Yeah.
So now you're here and I'm interested in learning more about your experience, like coming here. You're in school. Is there a difference between kids who are in school here versus kids who are in school back home? Because from my POV, I always think like when you finish with a high school, what do they call a high school degree over there in the Middle East? Like a
high school degree. Yeah.
There's an Arabic word for it.
I'm not sure because my school was.
I know because you're in American. I know you're American school.
Yeah.
مو degree. I can't think of the word.
I think I know what you're talking about. It's
baccalaureate.
Yeah.
There you go. That means high school, right?
Yes.
All right. So, my opinion, right, and I could be wrong. I don't know, but I feel like when you finish your high school degree in the Middle East, it's really equivalent to a college degree here, because academia and academics, generally speaking, is taken much more seriously back home. So I'm sure even though you're in school, you're probably studying really hard. So you're making sure you understand history, science, math. You're not going to the school kind of just like to mess around, right? So what's your experience been like?
Honestly, I agree. Here? I agree with you 100% because back in the Middle East in general, especially like in Saudi Arabia, I want to say, because that's where I grew up and where I learned. So that's what I know best of. But like, for example, the books that we had, they were from here, actually.
Okay.
They were the uni level classes, university level books.
Yeah, mashallah. Okay.
So everything was taken seriously. Honestly, I feel like also it depends on the school. Like, where are you enrolled?
Okay.
It's also.
So you think the American school is private because over there is private school.
It's very strict. Yeah,
it's very strict.
It's private school. Like we used to wear uniforms every day.
Oh,
it was very strict. Yeah. But I feel like the stricter the school, the better it is for students. Obviously, I used to hate it back then because it was like too much. It was such a heavy load. But right now, I think back, I'm very, alhamdulillah, relaxed in university right now when I first came here. Because the first year, I took, everything was something that I already took in high school.
So it's kind of easy for you. It's like repetition almost,
Yeah.
I can imagine it's probably going to be easy for somebody who goes there and comes here to get their bachelor's. Like, this is something I already did back home.
Yeah,
so.
Like until now, I feel like I'm very relaxed, even though I'm like done.
You're not being like you feel like
I don't feel stressed from university because everything that I took back home, it's like I'm repeating it here again.
I love that. Okay,
so I'm very grateful.
So inshallah, once you go on for your masters, which I'm sure hopefully you will, then you'll probably maybe feel a little more challenging. Be more challenged in your academics from there. Yeah, that's interesting. So aside from that, what other differences have you noticed, like being raised here, like not being raised here, but being coming here and seeing the Arab here.
Yeah, the way
what have been the difference compared to the Arab back home?
Yeah, I feel like the way the kids are raised here is very different from the Middle East.
Okay, in what sense?
I feel like here they use too much gentle parenting.
Too much gentle parenting?
Yeah, too much. Like I used to see kids like on the floor in the malls and like in Target. Oh my God, if my mom saw me doing that when I was a kid.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah. So المفروض ياخدوا فلقة يعني or
yeah. I wasn't raised in a very strict household. Okay. It was much structured, not strict.
Okay, yeah, well structure is definitely key into every successful household.
Yeah, it wasn't very strict. Like there's of course the no's and the yes, but it was structured. Like I didn't like, for example, like I would get punished, but in some sort, like I used to like, okay, no phone, no going out, like that type of punishment.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah. Interesting, okay. So aside from having this experience, obviously, you're about to finish your bachelor's, inshallah, and the Arab not being, I guess, as being part of a structured household, what else has been the hardest part for you, or what has been the hardest part for you being away from your family? Because your family isn't here. And what has been so hard about that, like not having them by your side while you're pursuing your degree here?
Yeah, honestly, of course, sometimes I do wish like my parents were with me, like to see my accomplishments and like what I've become of myself. Because when I came here, I was 18. Yeah, wow. Now I'm 20. So I feel like from 18 to 20, even though it's not that too much years, but I feel like my maturity and my brain, I feel like it took like a much bigger step, more than like the 3-4 years, you know what I mean?
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because mashallah, you're only 20 years old. I'm telling you, the wisdom that you have is something like beyond, with not many 20-year-olds
I feel like, when you do that, when you study abroad, like when you leave everything behind, especially like coming from Saudi to the United States, it's like the 13-hour like flight, the whole journey. Yeah, I feel like it's just like changes something in you. Okay. And I feel like it changes it to a positive way. I wasn't very dependent on my family, on my parents. I like to be independent, but like coming here made me more independent to the point where I was like, I think I was too dependent, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that makes sense, absolutely. Because here it is about the hustle and bustle.
Yeah.
Back home, there's more people to help. There's a village. There actually is a village.
Yeah.
Here, there really is no village. And if there is, the village don't got time. They don't really have the time to help.
Everyone is busy with their careers, busy with their life. So when you come to the United States, you need to figure out things alone. But also, I'm grateful to be with my uncle. Like, I live with my uncle, so he's there by my side as well. But I feel like, alhamdulillah, but I accomplished things alone. I could.
Okay.
I could do
and have you been able to make friends here? Have you adapted well in terms of that?
I feel like I did adapt.
Okay.
Of course, not as much as back home, but I do have really close friends here. There are a few. I feel like it's more about the quality than the quantity of friends.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you miss your friends back home?
Of course.
Any of them come here to visit at all or no?
Hopefully. I mean, it's a very long flight. It's a very long way.
Oh, I know. Yeah. So let's go back to First Bite. Mm-hmm. And obviously, you come here, you continue with this project, and now it's like blown up. Yeah. So tell us more about that.
So I came here, it blew up. It didn't blow up automatically, of course. Like, I worked really hard. I started posting more often. I used to visit restaurants just because I wanted to try them, and I post them here and there. And then, like, restaurants started calling me, please come, like, let's do this, let's collab on this, let's do that. And then, like, it started blowing up from then. Yeah,
that's awesome. And what do you find difficult about like keeping up with the content creation and just going to school, being on your own here? What are some difficulties you run into?
Honestly, it's really hard. Some people say that like working in social media is like not even a job, but trust me, the hours and work like behind the scenes for the outcome of one video, it's like crazy.
Yeah, you're doing your own edits too, right?
Yeah, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. It needs a lot of creativity, especially if you hit that creative block in your head.
Right.
It's like you're done. You need to go out, you need to refresh, because being on social media, you need to always be creative. You need to always do new things, show new stuff. Like, it's not always just following the trends.
No, absolutely.
Now, of course, I have a lot of reels where it's like trendy based, but you can't like rely on trends for your account to blow up.
Absolutely.
That's why you need to always be creative.
So what are some things you do to de-stress to make sure that you're okay?
Honestly, when I feel like stressed and like I hit that block, I just like to walk around, like smell fresh air, Sometimes I like to like read, maybe draw a bit, like colorful, do like a lot
I
of
love that.
coloring.
This is awesome. Okay.
Yeah. And I like to like go out, just not talk, just like sit down with my coffee, try to like
Inshallah.
reorganize my
Put
thoughts.
a little Feiruz on in the morning.
I love Feiruz.
I love Feiruz too.
Yeah.
All right. Now, obviously, you're young, right? Many Arab girls are always encouraged to start getting married. We're always pushed into like, hey, you got to start getting married. You're 20, you know, you got to have those babies. Yeah. And I feel like there's always this pressure and this strong emphasis on getting married. And I'm sure in some instances, it has its perks, right? Obviously, you get married if your husband's also young. You guys grow up together. You have kids. You raise them together. I get that side of it. But now, have you faced any of that pressure from your family, or do you feel pressured that you have to consider that someday?
Honestly, for my family, no.
Okay.
My dad doesn't even like bring it up.
Okay.
Right now, because I'm still like young, you know.
Yeah.
But of course, like people around me, there's a lot of people around me, like from my friends also that are marrying young, that are getting engaged. I do feel like kind of pressured, but then I like refocus my thoughts.
Remind
I'm
yourself,
like, no, I'm young. I'm still working. I have my career. I need to do my master's. Like I want to build something for myself, and then I feel like that's the second stage of your life,
right?
You know, to get married and have kids. But like the first stage for me, like my personal opinion, especially for young girls, is to work. Like your 20s is for your work. Your 20s is for you to like get motivated, do something for yourself, no matter how big or small.
Absolutely.
An achievement is an achievement, whatever it is, big or small. Do something for yourself, and then like have your income, be stable, and then get married, and then have kids.
I completely agree with you. I think now is the time to build for yourself.
Yes.
And know if you have nothing and you enter a marriage and then it's like, you know, time goes by and it doesn't work out, then what are you left with? You know, so the time now, yes, you're young, you're 20. Now it's time to invest in yourself, secure the bag, as they say, or at least ensure that you are able to take care of yourself financially in the event that you ever, you know, God forbid you not get married, but God forbid you're married and you get divorced, that essentially, you know, you at least you have something to fall back on. I mean, I guess ultimately what we're saying is that during your 20s it's meant to hustle, and the rest, love and everything else will come later. العذاب بيجي بعدين. العذاب بيجي بعدين, as they say, right?
Yeah.
But you know what they say also, by the way, الجوة السورية بعيش حياة حنية. Have you heard that? Do you think it's true?
Yeah.
How so?
I feel like us Syrian women, we're like very feminine. No matter where you were brought up, it's always in your blood.
Yes, okay.
Very feminine, very
You think
elegant.
other Arab women are not raised as feminine, or
all
we just have a little more dalluat? Like
I feel like all women are feminine, but Syrians have like this sweet spot where they're just like they're so like feminine and cute.
وما بعرف شو. I can see what you're saying.
But all women are feminine, definitely.
Yes, no, absolutely. Yeah. No, absolutely. But I have heard that. That is
I always hear that too. Yeah.
I've always heard about Syrian women. It's like, oh my God, the guys go crazy because they're so feminine. They're so feminine. As growing up, I used to always get the message that they're like, انت مثل اللعبة. انت مثل اللعبة. بيجي بيلعب معك. I'm like, I don't know. I was like, what advice are you giving me? I'm not a doll for him to come and play with. What are you talking about? So they used to legit say that.
Yeah.
Like, انت مثل اللعبة خليكي هيك.
And no, like a doll. You're like pretty as a doll. Maybe that's what they're trying to say, but it didn't work out.
I took it literally like you're a legit doll. No, but you know what I mean? Like there's like خليكي هيك عاقلة, ما تحكي كتير, ما how does it say in Arabic? ما تضايقي كتير. So these are kind of like the advice, and I guess for women back home who have mastered that, I guess it would be a life of, you know, a great haniyah for the guy. Yeah. But here, I'm not sure if that rule applies, especially to like Arab marriages here. Yeah. Especially if they're both raised here in the West. It becomes very, very difficult to maintain this idea. And also the whole working aspect here. It's very, you know, it's a struggle for both men and women, by the way, because men are also struggling to provide, and they have a lot of pressure. Like you have to provide, you have to like do everything financially and provide for your family by yourself. But sometimes they struggle too. Yeah,
that's true.
So ما علينا. In other words, you're not interested in nobody can come يقدم لك right now, because you're definitely going to say no. تقولي اتفضل برا ماني ما بدي.
Yeah, I'm still like building my career.
Okay. Yeah. Now, when you used to go to Syria, right? What are your fondest memories? Like, what do you remember about the times there?
I love Syria, of course, because it's my country. The most like memorable thing that I have in Syria is when you know Laymun Jamid.
No, lemon jammed? No, what is that?
It's like a drink.
Frozen lemon?
Yeah,
Okay.
frozen lemonade. It's like a drink.
Okay.
They have like this full machine thing. They scoop up the frozen lemonade. It's like in the summer.
Ooh.
It's so good.
That sounds amazing.
It's so good.
Okay. Yeah. And I just remember Hetaliya, but do you know Hetaliya?
No.
Okay.
Like
I can't even tell you what it is. I just know I enjoy it when I'm there. But it's like definitely ice cream on top. And it looks like Jell-O, but it's not Jell-O. It's not really the consistency of Jell-O. It's maybe a little denser. But they put the ice cream on top of it with the syrup and the pistachios. It's amazing.
I need to try it.
There is a store in, I don't know if they have it in Sham. I know it's all over Halab, but Sallora.
Yeah.
So I used
the
to
dessert shop.
Yeah, so I used to go to Sallora all the time, and that was like my go-to dessert, my number one thing.
I think we have it back in Saudi.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
I know they have it in Dubai.
They have ma'moul, right?
Oh, yeah, they sell a lot of things, but like my specific thing, I went there only
We do
with
have
the
it in
Hetaliya.
Saudi.
Yeah.
We do have it in Saudi, yeah.
And also what I remember like being there about like you used to go in these shops and they would have like grilled cheeses, the way they grill them.
Yeah.
But the bread ended with a triangle, like if that makes any sense. And it was like the best, like I guess, what do they call it? Sikh or something? I don't know. My Arabic is, so maybe, I don't know. They used to put on a panini. Press.
Panini press.
A panini press. But even like the chicken one you would get, it's like phenomenal. Like I've never had that here ever.
Honestly, I also love their croissants. You know, Emariya Bisham, they have like croissant shop. Everyone goes there. It's so good. It's not like the traditional French croissant. It's more like the Syrian type. It's so good.
I love that. Have you ever been to Halab?
No.
Okay, because I know for me, I went to Shem once or twice. I don't. My memory from Shem is not like as strong.
Yeah.
But Halab is known for their food. You know, they say Shem umayyata, Halabu aklata, or Hamsu banata. Like it's a real thing. So like Halab, anytime we're like eating, we're talking about like what we're making the next day or what we're making for the following meal while we're eating like the meal that we're having. It's like so weird. But we're very much raised to be foodies. Yeah. Like we love food. And when you actually look into how Halabiya make their like kebab halabi, whatever, have you ever heard of that? Kebab halabi? Yeah. It's like just more content of fat in the meat. That's it. So instead of like the ratio being 20, whatever, 70 or 80, it's like they just up the fat content. It's yummier. And that's the kebab halabi. It's just more yummier. Fat. I mean, it is, but my God, after like...
all Syrian foods I like. I like all Syrian food.
Oh no, Syrian food is the best. It's the best.
Elite.
I like that. It's elite. Yes, it definitely is elite. Mm-hmm. And now we can go back. Hopefully we can film some First Bite episodes back there. And I'm sure there are probably even more restaurants. I remember getting a burger from there with French fries on it and everything. Yummy. I was like, oh my God. Like I never thought you could put French fries inside the actual burger. Good, yeah. The first time I saw that was in Syria.
So good.
So, but I have all my fondest memory.
But you know they call this the Lebanese burger?
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. I mean, did it start in Lebanon or?
I think so, because it's called the Lebanese burger. Yeah. But it's so good, yeah.
So aside from the food, because we can talk about the food all day in Syria,
we won't be able to finish.
But what's interesting that I'm surprised about your family let you travel as an 18-year-old, leaving their house to come here. That is something that's total. I mean, I guess maybe I could be wrong. I don't know.
It's not Arab, yeah.
It's not very Arab, yeah. It's for like, عادي يعني روحي يعني امشي وعيشي حياتك and do the social media. You know, your dad's encouraging you to be on camera. So it's something usually it's unheard of. But I kind of love the idea that your family's being so supportive and they're taking that chance, right? Mm-hmm. So how did that conversation happen? I mean, is it something you wanted or your dad wanted? Because there's American universities in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, there is. So basically, it was actually my dad's idea for me to come here. I never even thought that I would come to the US. I know that's shocking.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I never thought. I was actually planning to go to Germany after I finished my high school.
Why Germany?
Honestly, I don't know.
Okay.
I was young. I don't know why I chose German.
Like, I don't know.
And I even took German classes.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you talk to me in German or no?
I just finished the first level of the language.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome,
and then my dad was like, you should probably go to the US where your uncle is to finish studying. And the moment like he told me that, I fell into complete shock. I was like, what? I'm going to stay there. I won't be able to come back. I won't be able to visit you guys. Because that's the stereotype for Arabs going to the US. Like once you go to the US, you ain't coming back.
Right.
It's like you're there for like years and years and maybe you would come back once or twice. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Like it's very stereotypical. And it was like a complete shock, honestly. I didn't want, and we had like this whole conversation of no, let me stay here. It's fine, I will stay here. Like
wow,
I don't want to stay
that's so interesting. It's the first time I hear a story like that where dad's like, you're going to the US.
Like, no, yeah.
You're like, no, absolutely.
Because it's too far away. You know,
No, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you're homesick and then, you miss your mom. And
the first year it was rough when I came here.
And how so?
So let me go back to the beginning. So,
okay, go ahead.
Yeah, he was like, you should go. Like, it's the opportunity. It's different there. It's different when you have an American bachelor's degree and a master's degree. It's different. And of course it is like more job chances. Like the opportunities are much more larger than any other degree. And the moment where I went to the airport, it was like kind of like the shock where it's like, yeah, it's real, you're leaving, it's done, like saying goodbye to my friends, like it's a whole life, you leave, you put your clothes, you put your whole life in the bag and you leave, what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. So the first year was rough. It was like crazy, like very homesick. But
did you ever call him? You're like, Baba, I want to come home right now?
Yeah. I used to call them crying.
No, habibti, khaliki.
Yeah, I used to call them crying, but that's the thing about me. I don't like to show like the close people to me that I'm like sad or like I'm crying. I don't like to cry in front of anyone. Aww. Like that's the thing in me. I don't like to cry in front of anyone. So when I was crying in front of my dad, he knew like, oh, she's actually like, she's like done. She
means what she's saying.
Yeah. But he never like let me come back and like leave everything again behind. But we had like this deal where I come back every summer. That's what made it a bit easy. And I go back every summer. Yeah.
So when you go back every summer, right? Do you film like do you take First Bite back there and you're like, hey guys, I'm trying this and okay.
Everywhere I go, I take First Bite with me.
I love
Wherever I go, like whether it's I went to Dubai last summer.
Nice. Okay.
I shot a couple of restaurants there that were trending.
I love that. That's awesome.
I also went to Lebanon. I did that as well in Saudi.
Yeah, I'm so inshallah that you mentioned Lebanon. I'm just hoping that they're going to be okay. Lebanon.
Inshallah.
Yeah, but that's awesome. So you continue with this now. Do you do longer form content? Like, are you doing on YouTube? Where
I'm thinking about starting.
I really think you should. I think it'd be
vlogs.
Interesting because I would be interested. Like, you're leaving the United States. You're getting on a plane. You're going to Saudi Arabia. You're going to Dubai. Like, what is that experience like? And what are you eating? And what are you experiencing? And it's an eye-opener because for people who don't know the culture over there, they don't have an iota of an idea over there, what happens or how we're like or how we're living over there. It's be interesting that you're showing that, right? As First Bite, like, hey, come join me. Like, this is totally okay. Like, and, we have restaurants. We're not just riding camels. We have vehicles. So I would totally be like intrigued, especially if you tap into the American market, because they don't know. They don't have this exposure.
Yeah, I'm thinking of starting YouTube vlogs. Yeah, like a longer format. I have YouTube, but it's like it's exactly as my Instagram. It's like YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have a following there.
No, mashallah, like you could do beauty, you could do hair. Like I think you definitely have the.
It's the past year. It's been more like lifestyle. It's not like just food. Yeah.
Which I guess I get the vibe that First Bite is really kind of like a lifestyle channel. It's like, here's what I'm eating, but this is also my experience. I mean, not many people we're not coming across people who are just leaving Saudi Arabia and coming to the US to live or traveling back, you get what I'm saying? Or somebody's dad who's encouraging them to leave. Like that rarely happens in the Arab community.
Yeah,
they're usually so fearful of letting, especially the daughter, you're the firstborn, right?
Yes.
Like I could tell you for me, my family, I couldn't do nothing. Yeah. They're like, you just stay home. That's it. Like I was like, can I be a cheerleader, mom, please? She's like, no, the skirt is too short. I'm like, can I play basketball? They're like, no, that's too manly. Like I couldn't do nothing. Yeah. So I love that your dad encouraged you to come here and pursue this and you're continuing the experience. So it'd be nice if you picked up the camera and actually did longer form vlogs to show us the process and where you'll be in 5 years. I mean, you're only 20 years old. You're a baby. Oh my goodness. SubhanAllah.
Yeah. My dad is like the most person that supports me a lot in everything. Of course, he gives me lots of advice. He tells me he gives me his advice. I tell him I want to do this, I want to do that. He gives me his advice, like how he sees things, because of course he's older than me, so he knows like what's the outcome is gonna be.
Right.
But he supports me in everything. Yeah.
I love.
He doesn't like tell me. He wants me to try everything. Basically, he wants me to figure out life on my own. But with his guidance.
I love that. That's how parents should be, honestly. That's the right way to parent. Yeah. Now, what would you say your parents taught you? Like, what's like something or a lesson your dad has given you that has always stuck with you and it stands with you, it sticks with you today?
Honestly, I think the number one lesson from my father is that كل شيء بوقته حلو.
I love that.
Everything in the right moment is like coming to you.
I love that.
Like don't be fast. Don't be sad if something didn't work out. Always say alhamdulillah and just like move on. Like don't stop where you are if something didn't go as the way you planned. And I feel like this lesson, especially when you're in social media, because in social media there are a lot of chances that comes quick and goes fast.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? So I feel like, especially because I'm young, so my emotions are all over the place most of the time.
Really? Well, you seem so composed, mashallah alayki.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I feel like I do get sad, I do get happy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, which is normal.
Yeah, of course. But sometimes things don't go the way that I want, for example, in my platform.
Right.
And I do get sad about it.
Yeah.
But then he tells me, كل شيء وقته حلو. So like, just do what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Like, if something didn't go as the way you planned, don't get sad and stay the place you are. Just move on, keep working, keep hustling. And whatever you want is going to come to you.
I love that.
Just do what you have to do.
What about your mom? What role has she played and what lesson obviously she raised an amazing, mashallah, young lady. Both your parents did.
Thank you.
What is the one lesson she taught you that always sticks with you?
I feel like also my mom, she is a big supporter for me. Like I see her reposting, her liking, her commenting. Like I see, and then she calls me, she's like, oh my God, I love your video that you just posted. She's me and her are like best friends. Yes. Because she also married when she was younger than me right now.
Oh, wow.
She got married when she was 18.
MashaAllah.
Yeah. So I feel like we're best friends. We're best friends.
I love that.
She's always supporting me as a best friend, like as a real best friend would. So I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah, and mashallah, one more point I wanted to add, I'm thinking about it. You're so composed, and it's very evident that whatever lesson that your parents taught you, you maintain them here. You don't change, because many kids behind their parents' back, they become a different person. 100%. And you're still like in the same character. They have faith in you, they have trust in you, which I love. That's amazing.
Yeah. I think that's a lot of people used to tell me this, like when I go back and forth in the summer, they used to tell me that you never changed one bit. How you left is like you're coming and you're going, you're exactly the same. It's just like you're more mature, you're like growing older, but everything that was instilled in you is still there. Alhamdulillah, I'm so grateful for that, because it's true. Like I know a lot of people that travel to study abroad. They change a lot, but in like honestly the worst possible way. And I feel like if a person was raised right, if a person was raised in a way that to not let go of your traditions, to not let go of your culture, of your roots, you're never gonna change. But if you forget about everything and feel like maybe because they were like kind of locked up, so they want to like see what freedom feels like. But when you're not locked up, when you have the ability to do whatever you want, but with limits, you're not going to change.
And I love that. I think that's such a key point that parents need to really recognize in our community, that yes, the child is yours, but the child's also their own person. You have to give them the freedom 100%. To make mistakes, to have these experiences, but with your guidance and with limitations, right? You have to understand, like, you're not going to go tiflati 100%. Not that you're not even 10%, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're going to go out there, you're going to experience whatever you're going to experience, but we're here to support you. And I have faith in you that Rabbitek in a way that you're not going to develop another identity and hide and lie behind my back. Yeah. So kudos to your parents.
Alhamdulillah.
Anything you want to say to them on camera right now?
I love them. I don't know, is this my camera?
That's your camera right here.
That's my camera. Hello.
MashaAllah, you guys raised such a beautiful young lady. You did a great job. And I think your dad and your mom should probably write books on how to raise kids, because they clearly did a very good job, mashallah. Allah yahmiki.
I know they're very proud of me, and I'm grateful that I'm actually still the way I am, Yeah. Being the same personality as you are, but growing up to be mature and being more composed, I feel like that's the true meaning of growing up,
Yeah,
I never forgot how, for example, my personality, I didn't forget it. I just grew to becoming mature.
Yeah, you're going more into yourself, and obviously one thing like I said, you're very composed, and I love that. Also, delayed gratification. In the United States, we're raised with instant gratification. You have whatever idea you have, you got to jump on it right now. Yeah. You're just taking your time, and eventually, inshallah, this will be rewarded with the work you're putting in. So
it's always, I always even say to my mind, it's better when you're like trying to become successful to take the steps by step.
Yeah.
I definitely don't agree with people that they just want to like skip all the ladders,
Well, yeah, exactly. That's why they end up falling back down. They're not following, they're not building a foundation.
Yeah.
And anything you go into in life, right, it requires a foundation. And then you build that foundation, you take your time building that foundation, but then from there you build, right? But if you're just going in, you want the whole house without a foundation, it's going to collapse and you won't be as successful. That's why when you're young, you got to invest yourself. There's something I always instill in my students. I'm like, I know you guys complain because you're teenagers, you have a lot going on, but I do want to always remind them, life only gets more demanding. Life only gets more difficult. So the time you have now, take it and be a sponge and soak up everything you can about the world, understand things, learn things. And then eventually, as you get older, then you can start maybe having a little more good time. But now our emphasis here in this culture, in American culture, is go to college and have fun. I mean, most of the students who are considering colleges, one of the things that they base their decision on, whatever college they're going to go to, is who has the best parties. And that automatically, just don't go.
Yeah.
Like, I rather, like, if my kid was focusing on that, I wouldn't even send them. Like, and obviously you would know as a parent what your kids are focusing on.
Yeah.
Like you could talk, when you talk about college, what are you referencing when you talk about it? So if it's like, hey, the parties or the cute boys and the cute girls, khalas, sit home. You can find them somewhere here. Why waste all that money and get into debt? All right, Cynthia. So we reached the yalla, let's pop moment. I'm feeling very bloated today, so I didn't want to bring soda. So I brought water. So it's let's pop some water.
Let's pop some water.
Let's pop some water. Actually, I do need some water right now. Yalla, let's pop is just a fun, rapid round, silly questions that I'm going to ask you to get to know a little bit more about your personality. And I'll start with jabase or batikh?
Batikh.
Batikh, and I say jabase. Bishami, I love it. Habibti. Okay, Nancy Ajram or Haifa Wahbi?
Haifa Wahbi.
Oh, yes, I love Haifa. Okay, you're my girl. I love that. You know why? I always think that Nancy Ajram presents like the good girl. Yeah. And they make Haifa Wahbi be the bad girl.
I feel like...
But it's opposite. It's actually, I feel like Nancy Ajram is the bad girl. She's the naughty girl.
Really?
You know that drama around the Syrian person?
Yeah.
I looked at her differently after that. But I feel like Haifa Wahbi gets a bad rep, but I think she has more soul and more heart and more authenticity than Nancy Ajram does.
I feel like Haifa Wahbi is like my alter ego,
Oh, okay, girl. Yeah. Shout out to Haifa Wahbi. Hopefully maybe she tuned in. Let me tell you, if Haifa Wahbi came to the United States and came on Qasas Hamra, I would be so honored. So that's a plug for Haifa Wahbi. All right, Fairuz or Kalthum?
Fairuz.
Okay. Mahshi wala kibbeh?
What type of mahshi are we talking about?
Oh, see, when I think of mahshi, I think kusa or banjan. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think of when I say mahshi?
Yeah, kusa.
Kusa, right?
Yeah. The red sauce, tomato sauce.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Do you like the eggplant? شو هو? It's mahshi بس برغل.
باذنجان.
It's بالبرغل. Do you like the برغل mahshi?
No, I don't like burghul.
Yeah, I'm not into that. It's a little spicy. They put the chickpeas in there.
Yeah. I know.
And I like just عادي mahshi.
Yeah, the normal mahshi. Yeah.
But kibbeh, نحن we have a million kibbeh, which brings me to my next question. Can you count how many kibbeh we have in Syria?
Sure, the normal one.
That's first. Name them. Let's see how many you can name.
Okay, kibbeh.
The kibbeh balls.
Yeah. kibbeh بالصينية. kibbeh صاجية. I think you have something like that, right?
Yeah.
kibbeh باذنجان.
Okay, yummy.
Then what else do we have? kibbeh نية.
Yes, kibbeh نية.
That's 5.
I gotta get the correct number to see how many kibbeh does Syria have. Actually, I'm gonna look that up right now. It says here there are over 17 distinct types, with some traditions citing as many as 42 or more variations. And there's actually a YouTube video. I'm talking to watch that later on. how to make kibbeh. Do you know how to make kibbeh?
No.
You don't? I tried it once.
It's very hard.
What is it?
It's very hard. It takes time.
It definitely takes time, but so it's like you take the burghul al-na'im, you soak it in hot water, you take basal tukhlati, and that becomes the base, or with lahma habra, that becomes the base. Yeah. I tried it a couple of times. It wasn't like as difficult as I thought it was going to be, but I'm definitely probably not making it as like delicious as probably like the Syrian women back home.
It takes a lot of time and effort.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. But
sometimes
I challenge myself sometimes. Like, that's something people don't know about me. I like actually can throw down in the kitchen. Like I can make some Syrian dishes.
Good for you.
Best. My husband thinks they're good, but whether Syrian people are going to think they're good, I don't know. It's just what I think.
You're doing your best.
I'm trying my best, exactly. Do you like Do you prefer بقلاوة over حلاوة الجبن?
بقلاوة, yeah.
بقلاوة?
Honestly, I don't. Or also حلاوة الجبن.
You don't like it or you do like it?
I do like it, but it depends where and who did it because I'm
really?
very picky
Okay.
with the cheese desserts.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to me, they all taste the same. So what am I missing?
Honestly, I feel like I have like my taste buds like can get like if something zancha.
Oh, okay. What's zarqa mean?
It's like if it tastes like bad,
Okay.
like that bad.
So
icky
because I guess
feeling.
first bite you have an eye for these things. I know for me, I'm like, they all taste the same.
Anything with like the desserts with the cheese.
Yeah.
I'm very picky. Very, very, very.
I will tell you, when I eat حلاوة الجبن, I enjoy it a lot, but I do get a headache afterwards, and I think it's from the syrup.
Yeah.
I'm just
The
like,
sugar syrup.
I'm like, oh my god, what's going on? My head is spinning.
Sugar overdose.
What's your favorite Syrian dish?
What a anab.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna make that for you one day. You tell me what you. We could do a first bite right in my kitchen. Oh my god,
We can do it together.
We can do that. I love that. Yeah. You can actually, because you would have more of like a
I
idea.
make the best what a anab.
Okay, listen. Well, I don't want to turn into competition. I want you to help me make it better.
Okay.
I love that. Yeah, we're gonna
that.
do that. Okay, we're gonna do a segment. You're gonna come to my house. We're gonna make ورق عنب نلف مع بعض.
Yeah.
ونحكي. We're gonna put the bandanas on like back home.
Yeah, and the aprons.
And the aprons.
Yeah.
As if we're back home, and then we're gonna just taste it and you tell me. Do you make it where like you put like artichoke in there or any lahme or anything?
Lahme, yeah.
Okay.
I fill it up with ground beef and rice.
Nice. Okay.
And then the base of the pot, I put like the meat.
Yes.
And sometimes I put like slices of potato.
Okay, I've done potatoes before. Yeah.
And then I layer them.
Nice.
Cook
Okay.
them.
I have some people they take frozen artichoke hearts and they just like put them in there. Have you ever heard of it? Yeah, I've seen it.
never
I mean, it's
heard
not
of
bad.
that.
I'll still eat it, but I guess you really can add whatever you want.
Yeah.
The base.
Some people add tomato, like slices of tomato.
Yeah, the
at
tomato.
bottom.
The slice of tomato. Okay, like not in tomato sauce.
No, not tomato sauce.
What's your take on malfouf?
I love malfouf.
I love malfouf too. And so I always struggle with how to cut the cabbage and how to like get it.
You need to remove the middle part.
Yes.
And then you'll have like 2 places to roll.
Well, I guess listen, we're gonna definitely do a segment.
We need to make a food
And
segment.
we're gonna like do a collab as because those are Hamra meets first bite moment, and then we're gonna like you're gonna do a taste test. I'm gonna cook for you. I'm like, what do you think, Habibti? Tell me, Cynthia, and I'll make it very Syrian for you.
Okay.
Do you like coffee or tea, or you prefer coffee over tea?
Coffee, 100%.
Yeah, same here. And I started drinking coffee when I was like 16, 17 years old. I want to say,
too.
yeah,
me too,
I started young, and now I can have it any time of the day. Are you like only morning coffee or like
anytime, and I could sleep right after that.
Yes. Oh my God. Okay.
They say people with ADHD can sleep if they drink caffeine.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
I will tell you, my husband always tells me, I am amazed at your ability. I could have coffee at 8 o'clock and just go to sleep like 8 o'clock at night. Me too. I'm like, yeah, because 1 cup is it's nothing really. I don't know.
And I like it bitter. I don't like sweet syrups and stuff.
Me too.
Like iced Americano with a splash
I don't do any
of
sugar.
almond milk. That's it.
SubhanAllah, look at this. We're coffee twins because I don't do any sugar in my coffee. It's just I do coffee, a little bit of milk, no sugar. That's how I like my coffee.
Yeah.
All right. What's one thing that only Syrians understand?
Naiman.
Oh, Naiman.
After your shower.
Allah yanam alayki.
After your shower, Naiman, congratulations on your shower.
Oh, that's so interesting. Okay. Yeah. Congratulations on your shower. May have been a wonderful shower. Naiman. I love that. Okay.
That was just like top of my head. Naiman.
Yes. Yeah, no, that was good. A phrase your family says all the time.
Maybe yalla.
Yes, right. Yalla.
Like in Arabic?
Whatever. But you said earlier your dad said something because she bought or something.
كل شيء بوقته حلو.
كل شيء بوقته حلو. And I'm gonna
also
steal
my
that.
mom says that a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna totally steal that from you. From you guys. All right. What's the one thing you'll never give up, no matter where you live?
My traditions.
I love that.
My culture.
And I'm sure first bite too.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
Like I mean, clearly.
I feel like traditions are very important, and like when I have kids, I want to make sure they have all like the traditions and they know everything about our culture.
That's what's important to me too. Yeah.
Once you carry that like through generations, it will never leave, no matter what.
I love that. Have you ever watched this movie, The Crazy Rich Asians?
I've heard about it, but I didn't.
Well, it's a great film. You got to check it out.
I have
but
to. Yeah.
There's a specific scene in there. It's very emotional. It's like it's a really nice scene, but for me, I get very emotional over it because they get around the table, and it's the grandparents, the parents, and the kids, and the grandparents are pretty much teaching the kids how to make dumplings. And like, even though it's like a silly, very short scene, but that scene is it has such a profound impact because that is the moment. This is how tradition is passed down. Like, you're literally sitting with the generations and you guys are all making dumplings together. And that skill that you learned from making that dumpling will go with you forever. And you will teach your kids and your kids will continue to teaching 100%. Their kids. And that's what we have to do with mahshi. Yeah. We got to get them on the table. And what anib. Yeah. Like, this is how we're going to do it. I love that. All right. So if your life had a title right now, what would it be?
Learning 101, I feel like, because I feel like each and every day, especially at my age, I'm learning something new to help me keep growing.
I love that. Yeah. Let me tell you, Cynthia, I am so honored to have sat with you today to get to know a little bit more about yourself and you sharing your story. Like, thank you so much for being here.
I'm so honored to be here.
Yes, and we're definitely going to keep in touch because then we're going to go. And I'm also a foodie, by the way. But then when I eat and I can look at the food and I gain weight. Inti, mashallah, you're eating it, you're not gaining weight. That's amazing. Which, by the way, totally random. There's a lot of pressure for Syrian women about their weight.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I'm not that. I don't know why.
Even when you're ضعيفة, they...
Oh, yeah. And then, so that's like a whole nother topic of like the pressure. And it's not so much here, but back home, I feel like they put a lot of pressure. And I know I really felt it when I was growing up, like in high school. I weighed 100 pounds because I was so like conscious about my weight and I like barely ate anything. So it was always like that was also something I picked up back home. Like, well, ما تاكلي كتير لأنه هيك. And then I went to college. خلاص صرت مثل I don't want to say balloon, but I kind of like, gained a lot of weight and then I lost weight. And now, little by little, I'm still losing a little weight, alhamdulillah.
Gain weight or whether you lose weight, there's always something they want to talk about.
Yeah. Well, especially in our community, right? Well, you know what? Something I've seen some Arabic women do is like if men in our community are leaving a bad comment, they take a screen grab, right? And like, oh look, abdom and such and such.
I did that once. Yeah, I did that once.
Yes, it's funny. Like who كرشه طلعان هون عبالي أنا like to lose weight. Like, come on.
Yeah.
That's so funny, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, at the end of the day, it's not that I want us to be healthy.
100%.
I don't like promote skinniness, but I promote health. And I think that's something like for me, I know it's really important, and I do want to get to a healthy weight for myself.
100%.
I don't care about the pressure of our community saying you have to be skinny and all that. Yeah. But when I'm ready, I'll be there, and it's because I'm healthy, not because I'm doing something drastic to be super skinny.
100%. Yeah.
But either way, thank you so much for being here. Inshallah, we're going to have you back on, and we're definitely going to discuss doing a segment where we make what I end up together, or whether I make it and you bring your first bite moment to trying it. I'll meet you somewhere, like, here you go, or you come over, whatever you want.
We cook together.
Yeah, or we cook together, absolutely. And I love the Syrian culture, and I love keeping our foods. I love keeping our culture alive through food. That is very important to me. So thanks again. All right, guys.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you guys so much for staying to the very end. Tell them where they can follow you. So this way they want to follow you, and I'll link it below, obviously. But go ahead.
You guys could follow me. My handle is first_bite. All social media, the same handle.
I love that. Yeah. And of course, I'll link it for you guys. And that is all the time we have for today. Again, thanks so much. And if you guys want to hit up Cynthia, you want to work with her, have her come review your restaurant, definitely hit her up. This girl is the real deal. She is really impeccable. What a beautiful human being, mashallah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And shout out again to your mom and your dad, your sister.
Of course.
You guys raised an amazing young lady. So mashallah alayki.
Thank you.